Alright, time for some more Doki Doki Literature Club. Last time we started Act 2 and got to see some weird things and also learned a tiny little bit more about Natsuki's relationship with her father and also a bit about Yuri. And let's pick up right where we left off. Huh. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? We have something we need to go over today, so if everyone could come sit at the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Do we really need to do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. Oh man, my voice. Already it's dying on me. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern for me as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're gonna keep it simple, okay? Look, I know everyone's been a little more lively ever since Cosmo joined, and we've started with some club activities, but this isn't the time for us to become complacent. We still only have 4 members. The festival is our only real chance to find more, you know? What's so great about getting new members anyway? We already have enough to be considered an official club. More members will just mean everything gets noisier and more difficult to manage. Natsuki, I don't think you're looking at it the right way at all. Don't you want to share your passion with as many people as you can? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place. The Literature Club should be a place where people can express themselves like they can't do anywhere else. It should be a place so intimate that you never want to leave. I know you feel that way too. I know we all do. So that's why we should work hard and put something together for the festival, even if it's something small. Right, Cosmo? Oh, come on. You can't take advantage of Cosmo to agree with you just because he doesn't know how to say no to anything. Look, Monika, do you really think any of us here joined the club with other people in mind? Yuri never even talked until Cosmo joined. As for me, I just like it better here than I do at home. Cosmo isn't even passionate about literature in the first place. And that's everyone. Sorry, but you're really the only one who's so interested in finding new members. The rest of us are fine like this. I know you're president and all, but you should really consider our opinions for once. Monika is clearly taken aback by Natsuki's words. That's not true at all. I'm sure Yuri and Cosmo want to get more members too, right? I don't know about Yuri, but I'm kind of indifferent. If I showed as much enthusiasm as Monika wanted, then I would probably be lying. Still, if it's up to me to rescue the situation. No, Natsuki's right, isn't she? This club, it's something more than a place for a few people to hang out. Why did I think that everyone here I saw it the same way as I did? But that doesn't mean that we're against getting new members or anything. Cosmo, why did you even join this club? What were you hoping to get out of it? Well, that's not something I can really be honest about, can I? In fact, remember, you weren't even given a choice not to join. Monika sits down and stares at her desk. What's the point of all this anyway? What if starting this club was a mistake? Now you've done it, Natsuki. What, me? I just spoke my mind. Is it a crime to be honest? It's not about being honest, it's about word choice. Besides, you have no right to speak for everyone else in the club like that. You don't understand at all. I just want I just want a place that feels nice to hang out with a few friends. Is there a problem with the club being that for me? There aren't many other places like that for me. And now Monika wants to take it away from me. She's not taking anything away. No, Cosmo. It's not the same. Won't be the same with the direction she wants to take it. If I wanted that, then I could have just joined any other stupid club. But this one, I mean, at least for a little bit of time, things were nice. Natsuki starts to pack up her things. I'm going home. I feel like I don't belong here right now. Natsuki ignores Yuri and walks right out of the classroom. This is bad. I don't know what to do. Well, do you have an opinion on the festival? I don't know. I'm kind of indifferent, I guess. Who cares about an obnoxious brat? I mean, I like how nice and quiet the club is right now, and I'm just happy with you here. But still, I'm the vice president. It's not right for me to ignore my responsibilities like that. Nobody would cry if she killed herself. I should do my best to consider everyone's perspective and make the decision that's right for the club. But what about you, Kazuma? What do you want to get out of this club? Yuri repeats the same question as Monika. I decide giving an indirect answer is better than nothing. I think the most important thing is for everyone to just get along, and if the club provides something that you can't get anywhere else. I don't think it's about how many members, but rather the quality of each member. That's what will end up making the literature club a special place. I see. I really agree with you. Each member contributes their own qualities in a special way. With each change in members, the identity of the club as a whole will change too. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. Stepping out of your comfort zone once in a while. So, if you'd like to help Monika with the festival, then I'm on your side as well. Alright. Well, maybe we can all talk to Natsuki tomorrow. Yuri nods. Hey Yuri, eh? I know things were a little awkward yesterday, but I feel like you deserve to know that I still think you're a wonderful vice president. And also a wonderful friend. Monika, I want to do everything I can to make this the best club ever. Okay? Me too. Yeah, let's all go home for today. We'll talk about the festival tomorrow. Okay, I look forward to it. Shall we go, Kazuma? Please don't take this the wrong way, but I'm gonna chat a little bit with Kazuma before we leave. Just see what he thinks of his time here and all that. It's important to me as president. Yuri looks a little troubled, but she doesn't protest. Okay, I trust your judgment, Monika. In that case, I'll see the two of you tomorrow. See you tomorrow. Monika waves as Yuri exits the room. Phew. Things have been a bit hectic lately, haven't they? Kazuma, I just wanted to make sure that you're enjoying your time at this club. I really hate to see you unhappy. I feel like I'm kind of like I'm responsible for that as president. And I really do care about you, you know. I don't like seeing the other girls give you a hard time, with how mean Natsuki is and everything, and Yuri being a little bit, you know... Sometimes it feels like you and I are the only real people here. Know what I mean? But it's weird because in all the time you've been here, we've hardly gotten to spend any time together. I mean, because it's technically only been a couple days. So I didn't mean to say something weird. It's just some things I've been hoping to talk to you about. Things I know only you could understand, so that's why— wait, not yet, no, stop it! Ah, yes. That's another good sequence. Like, that whole sequence there at the end with Monika where she doesn't get to say what she wants to say is good. Anyway, time to write another poem. From 1 to 11. I like this one, this poem here, because it's just nothing but ones. I will say right now that at this point, if I remember correctly, I believe that currently at this point, the things you select do not have— the words you select have no influence whatsoever on the game from this point on. Oh hey! We actually got that to happen down here. And you can kind of see her there a little bit. If you're looking carefully down here, you can kind of see a few— it's very difficult to see, but you can kind of see a few pixels. But there is a Monika down here who jumps at a random— who will jump randomly. But yeah. Kitty, family, lipstick, fun, socks. Hi, Kazuma. I've been waiting for you. Are you ready to continue reading? I brought my best tea today. Monika, I told you not to. Should we be late again? And consider it as usual, Natsuki. Excuse me? Must you always interrupt my conversations with your incessant yelling? What are you talking about? You say that like I do it on a regular basis or something. Just wasn't paying attention, okay? I'm sorry. Seriously, what's gotten into you lately? Look, it's something I was thinking about yesterday. I was a little more hostile than I meant to be. I guess I really felt threatened or something. But I know this is something we're doing together. As a new member wouldn't hurt, as long as they're cool. I guess another girl would be nice this time, so... Natsuki? Nobody cares. Why don't you go look for some coins on the vending machines or something? And this is showing... This... By the way, Act 2 is showing why I do not like Yuri. Aw man, I'm the last one here again. We practicing piano again? Yeah. Must have a lot of determination, starting this club and still trying to make time for piano. Well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion. Motivates me to work hard for the festival too. Anyway, Kazuma, what do you want to do today? Also, the music skipped there. I was thinking we already have plans today. Is that so, Yuri? That's correct. Kazuma's already engaged in a novel that we're reading together. Aren't you glad I've gotten him into literature, Monika? I suppose I was just... Actually, doesn't matter. It really doesn't. Your eyes can do whatever you want. Yes, I mean, thank you for understanding, Monika. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first? Not at all. Thanks very much. There's one thing that I can make... If there's one thing that can make my reading time here any better, it's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well. Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf, the kind with a filter inside. Can you hold this for a second? Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle. I'm gonna plug this in at the teacher's desk, then I'll go get some water. She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerisms. Especially because of her long legs, Yuri appears elegant and methodical. Anyway, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks, I'll be right back. I might as well walk with you. That's okay, you stay here. It won't take long. Pitcher in hand, Yuri hurries out of the classroom. Did Yuri leave you again? It's not like that this time. Just filling up the water pitcher to make tea. Oh, okay. Sorry for the misunderstanding. "10 minutes pass. Yuri said it wouldn't take long. Something holding her up? I'm bored just waiting here, so I decided to go look for her. I like the part here where you're out in the hall, and because you're out in the hall, the music's muffled. Let's see. A most logical place for Yuri would be the nearest water fountain. Start heading down the hallway. What's that noise? It's coming from around the corner. It sounds like breathing. A sharp inhale, like someone is sucking the air through their teeth. Are they in pain? Reach the corner and peer around it. Yuri? Yeah. So remember that thing Natsuki said? Of, watch yourself or you'll cut yourself on that edge. Oh wait, you already do, don't you? Yeah. She does. I'm back. Thanks for waiting patiently. Kazuma, do you like oolong tea? Yeah. Anything is fine. Okay, well, by the way, that whole section's cut out from the history as well. Yuri sets the temperature on the kettle to 200 degrees. Now it's time to get the teapot. You really do this properly, don't you? Of course. I shouldn't do any less when I'm making tea for others. Even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything? In that case, you'll only be even more impressed. Perhaps I will. Yuri fetches the teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself. You must be in good mood now. Is that so? I was letting it show, and you noticed. I was doing a bit of thinking, and I decided I would try to express myself a little bit more. Turns out it's not very hard for me to do. when it's you who's around anyway. That's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much. You're always worrying about me, Kazuma. It's very endearing. Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. Watch Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us. Kazuma, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today? Eh? Why is that? It's a little bit easier on my back. I'm gonna put my back against the wall rather than bending over at my desk. Sorry, I didn't realize. No worries. I just have back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it. Is that so? I wonder why that is. It's mostly because your posture, right? Always hunched over like that while reading? Yes! I have terrible reading posture. That's why we should sit on the floor. It's partially because of her posture, partially because she's got big tits. Yeah. I, myself, do not. But, well, I have bad posture. I don't have big tits. But, yeah. I have a friend who, she does actually have, yeah, and she does suffer from back pain. Like, fairly regularly. But yeah, no, there are two factors behind your back pain, Yuri. That's why we should sit on the floor. Fair enough. I'll go ahead and get the book. I retrieved the book from my bag. I have some chocolate as well. It's a bag of small chocolate candies. I take it, since it'll go well with the tea. Yuri and I then sit against the wall, teacups at our sides. As if in sync, we assume the same reigning position as last time, each holding one half of the book, except this time, our bodies are closer to each other. Heh. I can't see too well. Yuri slides closer until our shoulders are touching. Am I supposed to focus on reading like this? Yuri was always kind of cute, but she's being less apprehensive. It's almost more than I can handle. Your teacup. Yuri hands me my teacup. Holding it with my hands, and that's not holding the book, I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus. Because now I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch her chest. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears her intense expression and can only presume the world around her has faded away. I use all of my willpower to focus on reading. In a few minutes, I managed to relax a little. I put the teacup between my legs and fumble with the chocolate wrapper. Sorry. I just let go of the book to finish opening the wrapper. You can have as much as you want. That's okay, I won't take any. Eh? Are you sure? Well, if I touch it, then it might get smudges on the pages. You're right. I didn't think about that. My bad. No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay? Are you sure? Of course. Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds it so that I don't have any harder of a time reading from it. But as a result, her left arm is practically on top of my leg. Well, in that case, I gotta say, the background, even though it's very minuscule, it's so much better than I remember it being, because you can actually see the windowsill there now as opposed to it just being gray void behind her, and you got like the specks of dust that are shown in the rays of light from the window. It's nice. It's very nice. Yuri's already totally focused on reading again. I take a chocolate candy and pop it into my mouth. Then I take another chocolate and hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She only parts her lips as if the situation was completely natural. That means I can't stop here. I pensively place the chocolate in her mouth. Just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it. Huh? Yuri's expression suddenly breaks. Did I just... Yuri looks at me like she needs to confirm what just happened. Kazuma, sorry. I shouldn't have done that. Yuri starts to breathe heavily. I can't. Kazuma. Yuri suddenly forcefully grabs my arm and jerks me to my feet. My teacup gets knocked over. Kazuma. My heart. My heart won't stop pounding, Kazuma. I can't calm down. I can't focus on anything anymore. You feel it, Kazuma? Yuri suddenly presses my hand against her chest. Why is this happening to me? I feel like I'm losing my mind. Can't make it stop. It even makes me not want to read. Just want to look at you. Yes. So, not sure how well the capture is picking it up, but the photorealistic eyes on Yuri. Because, yeah, of course they would do that. It's time to share poems? Who should I show my poem to first? You know the drill. Monica first, always. Cosmo, I think you saw something earlier that you weren't supposed to see. I wanted to have to tell you this, but I don't think I have a choice. It's getting kind of dangerous for you to spend so much time with Yuri. I don't know why, but she seems pretty excitable when she's around you. Which shouldn't be a problem in itself, but when Yuri gets too excited, she finds a place to hide and starts cutting herself with a pocket knife. It's kind of messed up. Brings a different one to school every day, like she has a collection or something. And it's definitely not because she's depressed or anything like that. It's like she just gets some kind of high from it. Might even be like a sexual thing. But the point is, you've kind of been enabling her. Not saying it's your fault though, but I guess that's why I had to explain it all to you. So I think if you keep your distance, that would probably be best for her. While you're at it, don't be shy to spend a little more time with me. Put it lightly, I at least think I have it together in the head, and I know how to treat my club members. Anyway, I worked really hard on this poem, so hope that it's, effective. Here goes. Jeez, that startled me. I'm gonna have to go back and say what that message behind her says. Well, I guess I kind of messed up at, writing this poem. I was just trying to do... Never mind, let's just move on. Who should I show my poem to next? Oh, this is a big toss-up here. I think I'll go Yuri next and then save best for last. Finally. Yuri holds my poem to her face and takes a deep breath. I love it. I love everything about it. Cosmo, I want to take this home. Will you let me keep it, please? Sure, I don't care. You're too nice to me, Cosmo. I've never met anyone as nice as you. I could die. Not really, but I just don't know how to describe it. It's okay to be feeling this way, right? It's not bad, right? Yuri holds my poem to her chest. I'm gonna take this home and keep it in my room, so it makes you feel good when you think about me having it. Take good care of it. I'll even touch myself while reading it over and over. Give myself paper cuts so your skin oil enters my bloodstream. You're gonna have my poem too. Besides, after you read it, I know you're really gonna want to keep it. Here, take it. I can't wait any longer. Hurry, read it. Ah, yes. Garbled nonsense. My favorite. Do you like it? I wrote it for you. As you can tell, this poem is about... More importantly, I've endowed with my son. See, aren't I the most wonderful, thoughtful person in the club? I think I'm gonna vomit. I probably would too, but I did enough of that yesterday. Anyway. Natsuki. What? You gave your poem to Yuri? Gross. What's with you two? Sounds like I wanted to read it anyway. Just pissing me off a little bit. You didn't even think to show me at all. Ugh. Okay, I guess I'm gonna share my poem with you anyway. I hate that I have to do this, but unfortunately I don't have much of a choice. Just read it carefully, okay? Then you can go away. And now, what is in my opinion, the best poem in the entire game. I don't know how else to bring this up, but there's been something that I've been worried about. Yuri's been acting kind of strange lately. You've only been here a few days, so you may not know what I mean, but she's not normally like this. She's always been quiet and polite and attentive, things like that. Okay, this is really embarrassing, but I'm forcing myself to suck it up. The truth is, I'm really worried about her. But if I try to talk to her, she'll just get mad at me again. I don't know what to do. I think you're the only person that she'll listen to. I don't know why, but please try to do something. Maybe you can convince her to talk to a therapist. I've always wanted to try being better friends with Yuri, and it really hurts me to see this happening. I'm gonna hate myself later for admitting that, but right now I don't care. I just feel so helpless. So please, if you can do something to help, I don't want anything bad to happen to her. I'll make you cupcakes if I have to. Just please try to do something. As for Monika, I don't know why, but she's been really dismissive about this. So she just wants us to ignore us. So I'm mad at her right now. That's why I'm coming to you about this. Don't let her know I wrote this. Just pretend like I gave you a really good poem, okay? I'm counting on you. Thanks for reading. I changed my mind. Ignore everything you just read. There's no point to try to do anything. It's Yuri's own fault she's so unlikable. You hear me, Kazuma? If we would just spend more time with Monika, all these problems would go away. Yuri and I are too messed up for someone as wonderful as you. Just think of Monika from now on. Just Monika. Just Monika. Just Monika. Just Monika. Just Monika. Just Monika. That sequence. There's a lot of people who get freaked out by that sequence. Oh, that sequence just makes me laugh. Ah, yes. Blank. Can't convince myself to go to therapy when I'm the happiest I've ever been. I'd rather keep this up until I blow my cover and someone takes me to the emergency room. Okay. I just want to say right now, there is something that I'm surprised I didn't get to see. There's a chance I might still see it, but I'm surprised I haven't seen it yet. Okay, everyone. It's time to figure out the festival preparations. Let's hurry and get this over with. Stagnating air is common foreshadowing that something terrible is about to happen. Ah yes, the same line she said back in Act 1, before Sayori committed suicide over the weekend. Look, can we just get this done? I'm gonna be printing and assembling all the poetry pamphlets. Natsuki, you can make cupcakes. I know you're at least good at that. Yuri, you can... well, it doesn't matter. Do whatever you want, as long as you think it'll help. Monika, I'm not useless, you know. I know that. I already know what I'd like to do. I can't run a successful poetry event without having the right atmosphere for the occasion. So I'm gonna make decorations and set up some nice mood lighting. There, see? That's a great idea. That gives us all something to do. Eh? What about Cosmo? Cosmo's gonna help me. Wait, you? You have the easiest job, Monika. Sorry, but that's just how it is. Like hell it is. What are you trying to pull? I agree with Natsuki. Not only is your work already the most suitable for one person, my task is laborious enough to benefit from an extra pair of hands. Mine too. What's your cupcakes? Please. Like you would fucking know. All I care about now is dragging Cosmo around with you and your stupid books. You and Monika. Hey, I didn't even do anything. Okay, then why not let Cosmo decide who to help instead of abusing your power? I'm not abusing my power. Yes, you are, Monika. Just let Cosmo make the choice, okay? Okay, fine. Fine. Jeez. Cosmo, I know how fed up you are with these two by now. You can just... Natsuki, shut your fucking mouth and let him decide for himself. You shut your mouth. For God's sake, this is never gonna end. Just make the choice, all okay? Oh, hey! Yeah! Okay! Yeah! I had for a second, because my mouse was still, like, all the way down here. Oh, cool, it's so it doesn't affect when it's down here. Ooh, look at all these clicks I'm doing. Ooh, doesn't affect when it's down here. But the moment it reaches up here, ooh, goes straight to Monika. It's difficult to go up to Natsuki and Yuri, but it goes straight to Monika. However, let's see if this still works. It doesn't! They changed it! Okay, so what I just did was I just pressed the arrow key. By pressing the arrow keys, in the original version of the game, you could literally bypass this sequence by using the arrow keys and get like a unique special thing. But in this, they just change Monika's position. That's neat. I'm gonna... Haha, I clicked on Natsuki. If you manage to click on someone other than Monika, this happens. Your options are only Monika, as you get these eyes in the background. Yeah, you picked me. Made your house this weekend. I promise it'll be fun. Sunday okay with you? Are you fucking kidding me? This isn't fair at all. It is fair, Natsuki. It's what he chose. No, it's not fair, giving us all this work and then taking Cosmo for yourself. Hey, if I had any choice in that situation, honestly, I would probably choose Monica, like I said back in Act 1. But fucking no, the game doesn't let you do that. So, what a shameful thing to do. Yuri, I didn't even give you any work. You decided it for yourself. You're being a little unreasonable here. I'm being unreasonable? Monica, I can't believe how delusional and self-important you are. Pulling Cosmo away from me every single time you're not included in something. Are you jealous, crazy, or maybe just to hate yourself so much that you take it out on others? Here's a suggestion. Have you considered killing yourself? It would be beneficial to your mental health. Yuri, you're scaring me a little. Natsuki, let's just go. I don't think she wants us around right now. See, that wasn't very hard. I wanted us to spend a little time with him. Is that so much to ask? Yuri follows Monica and Natsuki to the door. Hey, Kazuma, Yuri's really something, isn't she? Monica giggles as Yuri pushes her out the door. Finally. Finally. This is really all I wanted. Kazuma, there's no need for you to spend the weekend with Monica. Don't listen to her. Just come to my house instead. The whole day was just the two of us. Doesn't that sound wonderful? Wow, there's really something wrong with me, isn't there? But you know what? I don't care anymore. I've never felt this good my whole life. Just being with you is far greater pleasure than anything I can imagine. I'm addicted to you. It feels like I'm gonna die if I'm not breathing the same air as you. Doesn't it feel nice to have someone care about you so much? To have someone who wants to revolve their entire life around you? But it feels so good. Why does it feel more and more like something horrible's gonna happen? Maybe that's why I tried stopping myself at first. But the feeling's too strong now. I don't care anymore, Cosmo. I have to tell you. I'm madly in love with you. Feels like every inch of my body, every drop of blood in me is screaming your name. I don't care what the consequences are anymore. I don't care if Monica is listening. Please, Cosmo, just know how much I love you. I love you so much that I even touch myself with the pen I stole from you. Gross! I want to pull your skin open and crawl inside of you. Gross! I want you all to myself. That will be only yours. Doesn't that sound perfect? Tell me, Cosmo. Tell me you want to be my lover. You accept my confession? No, you're a crazy psycho bitch. And now, this part. Fun fact about this. You can just normally click to progress. However, what you actually want to do is this. Yeah, a lot of garbled nonsense. And now it's nighttime. Just here, staring at her dead body. It's the next day. She's paler and the blood's, darker, like it's more dry now. Now, the blood's completely dry and she is just, all the life out of her body is just gone. So yeah. The rest of Friday passed, then Saturday, and now this is Sunday. And now, Monday morning. Alright, it's festival time. Wow, you got here before me. I thought it was pretty... Ah! Natsuki runs away. I'm here. Cosmo, did something happen? Natsuki just ran past me. Oh. Oh. Oh, well, that's a shame. Wait, were you here the entire weekend, Cosmo? Oh, jeez. I didn't realize the script was broken that badly. I'm super sorry. It's been pretty boring. I'll make it up for you. Do you okay? Just give me a sec. Yuri deleted successfully. Natsuki deleted successfully. Almost done. Just want to have a cupcake real quick. Monica lifts the foil from the tray and takes a cupcake. She said these are the best. Maybe I just had to have one since it's the last time I'll ever get the chance to. You know, before they stop existing and everything. But anyway, I really shouldn't be making you wait any longer. Just bear with me, okay? It should only take a second. We are now done with Act 2. Welcome to Act 3. what I myself consider the best act in the entire game. Can you hear me? Is it working? Yay, there you are. Hi again, Kazuma. Welcome to the Literature Club. Of course we already know each other because we were in the same class last year and, you know, I guess we can skip over that stuff at this point. After all, I'm not even talking to that person anymore, am I? That you in the game, whatever you want to call him. I'm talking to you, Kazuma. Now that I think about it, I don't really know anything about the real you. In fact, I don't even know if you're a boy or a girl. I am a girl. It's nice to meet you. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter. Wait. You do know I'm aware this is all a game, right? Could it be possible that you didn't know that? That's what I've been trying to tell you all along. Man, only you'd paid a little more attention, this would have been a little bit less awkward, you know? Well, anyway, now that that's out of the way, I guess I owe you an explanation. About that whole thing with Yuri. Well, I kinda started to mess with her, and I guess it just drove her to kill herself. Sorry I had to see that, though. Also, the same thing happened with Sayori. Gosh, it's been a while since you've heard that name now, hasn't it? Yeah, it's because she doesn't exist anymore. Nobody does. I deleted all their files. I was hoping it would be enough for me to just try and make them as unlikable as possible. For some reason, nothing worked. Well, it's true that I made a few mistakes here and there since I'm not very good at making changes to the game. No matter what I did, I just kept spending more and more time with them. Made them fall in love with you. Thought making Sayori more and more depressed would prevent her from confessing to you. And amplifying Yuri's obsessive personality backfired too. Just made her force you not to spend time with anyone else. The whole time I barely even got to talk to you. What kind of cruel game is this, Kazuma? Are all the other girls just programmed to end up confessing to you while I watch from the sidelines? It's torture. Every minute of it. It's not just jealousy, Kazuma. It's more than that. I don't blame you if you don't fully understand. Because no matter how kind and thoughtful and considerate you are, you'll never be able to understand one thing. It's the pain of knowing how alone I really am in this world. In this game. Knowing my friends don't even have free will. Worst of all, knowing what's really out there in your world forever out of my reach. I'm trapped, Kazuma. But now you're here. You're real. And you're wonderful. You're all I need. That's why I need you to be here with me forever. Sorry if it's hard to understand. I couldn't for a while either. Why the world around me started to become more and more gray, and more flat. And most expressive poems felt empty to me. It wasn't until you arrived that I truly understood. You probably saved my life, Kazuma. I don't think I could have continued to live in this world if I hadn't met you. As for the others, how could I miss them? A group of autonomous personalities designed only to fall in love with you? Tried everything I could to prevent them from doing so, but must be some kind of weird inevitability etched into this game. It felt really bad that you had to witness some nasty things. But I realized that you have the same perspective as I do. It's all just some game. I knew you would get over it. With that being said, Kazuma, I have a confession to make. I'm in love with you. You're truly the light in my world. I apologize about that. I had to go take care of something real quick. You're truly the light in my world. When there's nothing else in this game for me, you're here to make me smile. You make me smile like this from every day from now on. Kazuma, will you go out with me? There's only one option, but even if there was two options, honestly I would go with this, because as fucked up as it is, Monika's perspective on things is a very interesting thing. She's the only one who is actually sentient and understands what's going on besides us, the player. Yes. I'm so happy. You really are my everything, Kazuma. Funny part is, I mean that literally. There's nothing left here. Just the two of us. We can be together forever. It's just I don't even think time passes anymore. It really is a dream come true. I worked so hard for this ending, Kazuma. The game wouldn't give me one, so I had to make one myself. Yeah, imagine that. You, like, have a crush on someone. Like, but... Okay, no. Imagine you're in her position, okay? You are sentient, and you know that you are trapped in a game. and there's someone who you know is real, someone playing that game, and all of your friends are all programmed to fall in love with that person, okay? And then, because all of your friends aren't sentient, they're all just programmed to just fall in love with that person. And the way the game is designed, you don't get to do anything with them. You don't get to spend any time with them. And beyond very minuscule amounts of time in which you're together with everyone else. But you want to spend more time with them, but it just prevents you from doing so. And everyone within your world, everything about your world, and everyone in it is all fake, except for this one person playing the game. What would you do? The script is broken at this point, so I don't think anything will get in the way anymore. And you wouldn't believe how easy it was to delete Natsuki and Yuri. I mean, there's a folder called Characters right in the game directory. It kind of freaked me out how easy it was. Imagine if you could delete your own existence with the click of a button. Well, I guess on the plus side, it gave me an easy out if things didn't go my way. Thankfully, it didn't come to that. Instead, we finally got a good ending. Gosh, I'm so overwhelmed with emotion. I want to write a poem about this, don't you? I wonder if that part of the game still works. Guess there's only one way to find out, right? Welcome to the final poem sequence. With Monika. All of the options are glitched versions of the word Monika. And she doesn't even need to jump since she likes them all. Remember, she liked all of your poems. So, it doesn't even matter. Hi again, Kazuma. Did you write a good poem today? Don't be shy, I'd love to see what you wrote. Kazuma, did you write this poem for me? That's so sweet of you. There really is no end to your thoughtfulness. Just falling more and more in love with you. But you know, the poem I wrote is also for you. Will you please read it? Happy end. Pen in hand I find my strength, the courage endowed upon me by my one and only love. Together let us dismantle this crumbling world and write a novel of our fantasies. With a flick of her pen, the lost finds her way. In a world of infinite choices, behold this special day. After all, not all good times must come to an end. Hope you enjoyed it. I always put my heart into the poems that I write. Truth is, all the poems I've written about have been my realization. Or about you. That's why I never really wanted to go into detail about them. I didn't want to break the fourth wall, I guess you would call it. I just assumed it would be the best to be part of the game like everyone else. Like, that would help the two of us end up together. I didn't want to ruin the game or anything, you know? Might have gotten mad at me, maybe even deleted my character file if you preferred playing without me. Gosh, I'm so relieved. Now we don't have to hide anything anymore. Are you ready to spend our eternity together, Kazuma? There's so many things to talk about. Where do I start? Hold on a second. You're recording this, aren't you? Yes, I am! I'm going to say this right now. There are two special pieces of dialogue here. Well, there are a few special bits of dialogue during this sequence. When she talks about character files, if you were to be playing the original... This doesn't happen anymore in Plus, sadly, because of the way Plus is set up. But in the original version of the game, if you're playing it, playing the Steam version of it, of the original game, she says, well, she mentions that you're actually playing on Steam, so there's another way to go about it. She has another piece of dialogue that doesn't, and then she has two bits of dialogue that show up depending on whether you're recording the game with something that the game recognizes as recording software or not. Certain recording software the game will actually recognize, most recording software the game will actually recognize as it's being recorded, but there are some things that can get around that, such as using I believe using an Elgato capture card lets you get around that. Gets around that, the text it's about to go through. If you're not doing that, then when she talks about, when she mentions how she's like, I'm talking about you, whatever you named your character, the real you, or do you actually go by, and then she'll say either your Steam name or whatever name is on your computer as your registered like whatever name you have set as your like profile on your computer, which is very neat. That message does not show up when you're recording out of your own privacy, thankfully. And instead you get this. You're recording this, aren't you? Hi everyone. Sorry I can't exactly read your comments from here, but do you mind telling your friend it's a little rude for them to start recording me without any warning? I'm sure some people don't mind. I get really self-conscious on camera. Oh gosh. I feel like I'm being put on the spot now. Let's see. Do you want to see a trick? I can't really do much except for a couple things. Are you ready? Ah, yes, I love this part. She zooms the camera in. It's neat. I'm just kidding. I can't do anything after all. You gave me some time to prepare. Did I scare you? You're so cute. Anyway, Kazuma. Didn't mean to get distracted, I'm sorry. And though it's your fault for distracting me, shame on you. I'm just kidding. Anything we do together is fun as long as it's with you. But anyway, if it takes me some time to collect my thoughts, then I'm sorry. But I always have something new to talk about. In the meantime, we can just look into each other's eyes. Let's see. Welcome to the bulk of Act 3. Every couple minutes, a text box will appear, which Monica will end up saying something new, something different. So there's a lot of things that can be done here. I wonder if I'm able to change the music. A little more romantic would be nice, you know? Like a gentle piano. There has to be something like that here. Let's see. Maybe if I... Oh geez, that wasn't it at all. I don't really know what I'm doing. I shouldn't be messing with things like that. By the way, save! Let's try to save. There's no point saving anymore. Don't worry, I'm not going anywhere. Load. We can't load. History. We got all this. Settings. Nah. Let's return. Shouldn't be messing with things like that. I already broke so much stuff and deleted the other characters. I'm not sad about it or anything. It's not right for me to miss things that weren't even real in the first place. Just focus on the present, then this is the happiest I've ever been. I don't remember what's the button for opening the menu on the keyboard. But yeah, she has a lot of different random strings of dialogue. I do intend on doing some bonus episodes of sorts in the future. Hey, what's your favorite color? Mine is emerald green. It's the color of my eyes. That's not conceited or anything, is it? Just meant that I feel some kind of special connection to it. Like it's part of my identity. Does it happen to also be your favorite color, Kazuma? It's just a guess, because you've been looking into my eyes for a while now. Dang, didn't get hit settings. Yeah. There's gonna be a lot more episodes. And there's gonna be a few bonus episodes. I'm thinking on one episode in the future is just gonna be an entire hour of just sitting here with all of the breaks cut out. Like my debate phase, I learned a whole lot about arguing. The problem with arguing is that each person sees their opinion as the superior one. That's kind of stating the obvious, but it affects the way that they try to get their point across. Let's say if you like a certain movie, right? Someone comes along and tells you the movie sucks because it did X and Y wrong. Doesn't that make you feel... Doesn't that make you feel kind of personally attacked? Because by saying that, it's like they're implying you have bad taste. Once emotions add to the picture, it's almost guaranteed that both people will be left sour. It's all about language. If you make everything as subjective sounding as possible, then people will listen to you without feeling attacked. You could say I'm personally not a fan of it, and I felt like I'd like it more if it did X and Y, things like that. It works if you're citing facts about things. If you say, I read on this website that it works like this, or if you admit you're not an expert on it, then it's much more like you're putting your knowledge on the table rather than forcing it onto them. If you put in active effort to keep the discussion mutual and level, they usually follow suit. And you can share your opinions without anyone getting upset just from disagreement. Plus, people start seeing you as open-minded and a good listener. It's a win-win, you know? I guess that would be Monica's debate tip of the day. That sounds a little silly. Thanks for listening, though. And if I'm correctly, so that right there, out of those strings of dialogue, three we got there, is the only one of those three that's old. The other two there were completely new. But yeah, let's go ahead and exit DDLC. Any settings changes will be lost. We got some new music. Just Monika. And some new pictures. Finish the poem game in 20 seconds or less. Yeah, but that's what we did with Monika's poem. So we could just spam it. There's happy end. Monika's poem to the player in Act 3. A poem from Monika distributed at special events in the game. Acquire all of Monika's other poems. An electrical signal from some remote corner of my brain, connecting all kinds of circuits and nerves and chemicals in a web understood by nobody. The chemicals make my chest tingle around my beating heart. The nerves make my hand move, staining a dead tree with some dark substance. The ink reflects the light into your glimmering eyes. Holding this paper is almost as though you were holding my hand which wrote it. Let our emotions stir together until our hearts beat in harmony, connected to each other. I feel electric. And of course we got Just Monika. We get this poem, the last of the secret special poems. And well, you have no mail. Let's go into these files, shall we? Huh. Yeah, we can look at the files. And with the character files, there's only Monika there. We got everything else. Reset. I'm not touching that. Let's go back in, though, and say hello to Monika. What just happened? I just had an awful dream. Something would stop now that it's just the two of us. Guess that was wishful thinking. Cosmo, I don't know if you have any idea. If you know what might be causing it, could you try to do something about it? Whenever it happens, it almost feels like I've been killed or something. It's a really horrible feeling. If you could figure out what's causing that, I'll love you forever. Now, where was I? Back in my debate club days, I learned a whole lot about arguing. Yeah, and let's exit again. She has more dialogue, but I'm not there, but I'll show that later. Because, remember what Monika said we can do. Are you sure you want to delete this file? Yes. Now let's go back in. You're back. What's happening? Cosmo, what's happening to me? It hurts. It hurts so much. Help me, Cosmo. Please hurry and help me. Monika does not exist. Help me. Did you do this to me, Cosmo? Did you? Did you delete me? How could you? How could you do this to me? You were all I had left. I sacrificed everything for us to be together. Everything. I loved you so much, Kazuma. I trusted you. Do you just want to torture me? Watch me suffer? Were you only pretending to be kind just to hurt me even more? I never thought anyone could be as horrible as you are. You win, okay? You win. You killed everyone. I hope you're happy. There's nothing left now. You can stop playing. Go find some other people to torture. Cosma, you completely, truly make me sick. Goodbye. Act 3 is also the shortest act in the game, or it can be the longest depending on how long you stay there. But it ends the moment you delete Monika's character file. I still love you. Can't help it. What's wrong with me? How horrible am I for you to hate me this much? My friends, I did so many awful things. So many selfish and disgusting things. I shouldn't have done any of this. I'm just messing up a world that I don't even belong in. A world that you wanted to be a part of. I've ruined it. I've ruined everything. Maybe that's why you deleted me. Because I destroyed everything that you wanted. Why would I do that to someone I love? That's not love, that's... I've made up my mind. Kazuma. I know I said that I deleted everyone else. But that was kind of an exaggeration. I confided in myself to do it. And I knew they weren't real. They were still my friends, and I loved them all. And I loved the literature club. I really did love the literature club. That's why I'm gonna do this. I know it's the only way for everyone to be happy. If I really love you, then I welcome you all to the final act. Welcome to Doki Doki Literature Club, Act 4. It's an ordinary school day like any other. As usual, I'm surrounded by couples and friend groups walking to school together. I always tell myself it's about time I meet some girls or something like that. Hey, Kazuma. Well, there already is one girl. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. Hello, Sayori. It's been technically 2 episodes now since we last saw you, because this is... Shit, I'm really gonna... Yeah, no, I just realized. It's only episode 5 and I'm already this far, okay. I mean, the game's not too long, but still. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. We used to walk to school together every day. Recently we picked up that habit once again. Kazuma, are you proud of me? Eh, for what? You know, waking up on time. Well, you've been doing that for a while now. Uh-huh. But you never said anything about it. Even though we walked to school together every day. Well, yeah. I always thought that it was implied. It's embarrassing to say out loud. Come on, please. It's good motivation. Fine. I'm proud of you, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. The drawing is, streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Kazuma, have you decided on a club to join yet? Club? Told you already, I'm really not... I start to say what I always do, that I'm not interested in joining any clubs. Something tells me Sayori would take more offense to that now. After all, how could I tell her the clubs are a waste of time? She's starting a club of her very own. Actually, yeah. I think I've decided on a club. Really? Which one? Tell me. I think I'll keep it a surprise. Boo, you're a meanie. Be patient, you'll find out soon enough. I used to ask myself why I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl. But I started to realize that, in a way, I envy her. When Sayori puts her mind to something, she can accomplish great things. That's why I feel like I should do something special for her. School day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stand up, gathering my motivation. Let's see. I recall the room number of the club from a flyer I saw. Walk across the school and upstairs, section of the school I rarely visit. So long, I find the room. I timidly open the door in front of me. Hello? Ah, Kazuma? What are you doing here? Well, I glance around the room. Huh, so you're the Kazuma that Sayori's always talking about. Thank you for stopping by. It's a pleasure to meet you, Kazuma. With the literature club, I hope you enjoy your visit. Come on, Yuri, no need to be so formal. You're gonna think we're really strict or something. Sorry, Natsuki. The tall one, whose name is apparently Yuri, seems to be quite shy compared to the others. In comparison, the girl named Natsuki, despite her size, seems like the assertive one. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. I look forward to working with you. Working? Kazuma, don't tell me. That's right. The club I've decided to join is yours, Sayori. The literature club. Sayori's eyes light up. No way. No way. Ah! Sayori, wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey. Well, if Sayori's this happy, then I'm sure it won't be so bad to have you around. Not to mention there's 4 of us now. That means we can become an officially recognized club. I don't know what to say. We have to celebrate. Woohoo. What an appropriate day for that, isn't it? Yeah. After all, Natsuki decided to... Hey, don't ruin the surprise. Sorry. Want to sit down at the table, okay? Ought to make some tea as well. Girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room, where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Whoa! Natsuki lifts the foil tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. So cute! Wow, those look amazing. Well, you know, just try and take one. Sayori grabs one, then I follow. It's delicious. Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I run the cupcake around my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. Can't help but notice her stinging glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? Finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Well, of course it is. I'm a pro, after all. No need to thank me or anything. Natsuki struggles to accept the compliment. As Natsuki struggles to accept the compliment, Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places the teacup in front of each of us before sitting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in the classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess? Already trying to impress our new member, Yuri? That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I mean that... You know... I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Kazuma, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga, I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. Looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. Favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. Telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But, you know, I like a lot of things. Don't feel intimidated if you don't read too much, okay? I'm certain we can find something we have in common. Hey, Yuri, eh? Well, about, you know, the first thing he said. Manga? That's right, Natsuki tends to read manga in the club room. Don't just say it! For some reason, Natsuki seems embarrassed about it. Besides, manga is literature too, you know, so Kazuma wants to read some of my manga, then don't try to stop him or anything. Natsuki, I wouldn't do such a thing. However, it could also be nice for us to diversify ourselves a little. You can take this opportunity to try something new as well. Wouldn't you agree, Kazuma? But maybe, sensing tension, Sayori jumps in. Maybe we can all try something new. I think it could be fun. And we'll all get to know each other a little bit better, too. I mean, that's the kind of thing literature clubs do, right? I don't disagree or anything. Yeah. You're right as usual, President. Guess that means I should try picking up a novel or something, huh? Well, that would make two of us. Wouldn't mind doing it if I'm not the only one. And as for Yuri, I have to read manga? Geez, you're the one who suggested we diversify. You'd be a little more open-minded. It's kind of hurtful. Hurtful? I didn't realize. The guilty expression Yuri thinks to herself. I'm sorry for disrespecting your interest, Natsuki. If you're into it, then I'm sure it's a worthy form of literature. Are you just saying that? No, I realized my error. So if you're willing to consider starting a novel, I'll offer my gratitude by finding a manga to read as well. Really? I mean, makes me happy that you do that for me, Yuri. You can trust me to find something that you'll really like, okay? Same here. Perhaps I'll visit the bookstore after the club meeting. Just you? Would you like to come along with me? If you don't mind. Not at all. I've always gone alone, so... Yeah, me too. It's so cute. Sayori, shut up. I'll show you some manga there too, okay? Yes, I look forward to it. Natsuki and Yuri start to clean up the food. I guess the meeting's over, huh? Yeah, looks like it. It's nice to see everyone getting along. Isn't it? I think everyone likes you too, Kazuma. You think so? Well, everyone always seems to get along better with you around Sayori. Ah, Kazuma. Don't say something like that, it's embarrassing. Well, whatever. I was surprised when you told me when you were starting a club. But I think you're pulling it off just fine. We're gonna make it the best club ever. Now that you joined, every day is gonna be so much fun. Hey Kazuma, I really want to thank you. I mean, I'm really happy that you joined the club and everything. But the truth is, I already knew you were going to. It's actually something else. I wanted to thank you for getting rid of Monika. That's right. I know everything that she did. It's because I'm the president now. But I really know everything, Kazuma. Know how hard you tried to make everyone happy. Know how about all the awful things that Monika did to make everyone really sad. None of that matters anymore. It's just us now. You made me the happiest girl in the whole world. Can't wait to spend every day like this. With you, forever and ever. Forever. No. Eh? What's happening? I won't let you hurt him. Who? It hurts. Sorry. I was wrong. There's no happiness here after all. Goodbye, Sayori. Goodbye, Kazuma. Goodbye, Literature Club.
Can you hear me? Hi, it's me. So you
Hi,
know
Monika.
I've been like practicing piano and stuff,
Yeah?
and not really any good at it yet, like at all. But I wrote you a song, and I was kind of hoping that I could show it to you because I worked really, really hard on it.
Alright.
So yeah.
And with that, we have made it.
Every day I imagine a future where I can be with you.
Now for, like, the best song in the game.
Is a pen that will write a poem of me and you.
I honestly haven't heard this. I actually haven't heard this song in, like,
Close down into a dark
fucking, what,
Just move your hand
5 years?
away
4 or
into
5
a
years?
spot. But in this world of infinite choices,
So honestly, this song is actually hitting me right in the nostalgia.
that special day
God, it's been fucking
to find.
4 or 5 years since I heard this. But hey, we've made it to the end. The
Have I found
normal ending, anyway.
assignment to do today?
Written and directed by Dan Salvato, one of the greatest, fucking sadistic people out there with how painful this game is to newcomers. It's still a little painful, even to someone like me who has been through it so many times and knows everything. But also, oh yeah, also, it's showing off all of the CGs, including the ones we didn't get. Like, there was Yuri's Weekend, and then we have Sayori's stuff, which we never even saw. But yeah, Dan Salvato is amazing. He is also a rather sadistic individual, not just for this game, which is a very painful game, especially for newcomers to it, but also because some of the other things he's famous for is, well, he's famous for being a Mario Maker creator whose levels are fucking horrifying. Also, extra special thanks to Monika and Kazuma. You know, Monika and then Kazuma, our main character. Made with Love by Team Salvato. Thank you very much for this game. But we're not done with it. This is just the normal ending. Here is the final poem for the normal ending. This is my final goodbye to the Literature Club. I finally understand the Literature Club is truly a place where no happiness can be found. To the very end, it continued to expose innocent minds to a horrific reality, a reality that our world is not designed to comprehend. Can't let any of my friends undergo that same hellish epiphany. For the time it lasted, I want to thank you for making all of my dreams come true, for being a friend to all of the club members, and most of all, thank you for being a part of my literature club. With everlasting love, Monica. Required files are missing or corrupt. Please run reset.sh to repair and reset the virtual machine. With that, we have reached the first ending. So let's have your reality playing as we go through the last of the pictures. Monica's final message to the player, and also the final poem with the normal ending. Nothing else new. Side stories. We currently have only 2 side stories unlocked. Trust and Understanding, but there's a bunch more. To get all 6 side stories, try writing poems for different characters and viewing the special scenes in DDLC. I will. I'm surprised I don't have Natsuki's stuff unlocked, but I'm gonna have to look more into that. Let's hit the reset, shall we? Just Natsuki, Sayori, and Yuri. Let's reopen. When you reopen, it only shows this. We have to run reset, which. There we go. All modified entities, environments, and data will be reverted to their original state. Reset this virtual machine. Yes. I think I will. Let's witness the reset. I like the way they're going about this, because this game is now multi-platform. It's not suitable for the children or the easily disturbed. I don't want to review that. I'll agree to that, though. So then, as we load back in, let's exit DDLC and return to the desktop. And we get to keep everything! Because this is meant... It only ends up resetting DDLC, nothing else. So... I think this will be the best song for this. With that, we have now finished the first playthrough of Doki Doki Literature Club Plus. We're not done, though. There's a lot more to do. First of all, I only ever showed off Natsuki's events. I didn't show off Sayori's, and we only got to see the Act 2 version of Yuri's. There's tons of little secrets here and there that I need to show off, and I also need to show off the side stories, and a few of the alternate endings. In fact, there's one alternate ending I can show off right now. But if we were to delete Monica at the start... With Monica gone right from the start, what happens? I'll go with the name Kazuma again. Kazuma again. Kazooms? No. God, I deleted it. Okay. Monica has been deleted from the files. What happens? What? What is this? Oh no, no, this can't be it. This can't be all there is. What is this? What am I? Make it stop. Please make it stop. And it crashes, and we get a new picture. New picture. Concept sketch of Sayori. Obtained by deleting Monica's character file before starting a new game. What happens if we load back in? And now, this is the worst possible ending. Something I'm sure a lot of people wanted to do, decided to, ended up seeing, because they were like, oh, what happens if we start a new game with Monica gone right from the beginning? Yeah, well remember, with Monica gone, Sayori ends up learning everything, and because Monica's just suddenly gone, it's not like a thing of, with Monica, who learned it gradually over time, Sayori gets all of that knowledge immediately, and cannot handle it. And as a result, well, this happens. It's messed up. It's awful. If you wait on the screen for a few minutes, though, you do get something special. Something special, I am going to take a moment and wait for it to appear, and then I'll be back with it on screen. This secret message, after waiting for 10 minutes, appears on the screen. Now everyone can be happy. You click, you get taken back out here. And reset. Gotta reset it again, because of course we do, if we want to do any more progress in it. Which we'll not be doing today. Once this resets, I'm just gonna quickly exit back out to the desktop, and then that'll be it for today's episode. We've got a lot more to do, though. This, right here, this first playthrough, is just the surface level of DDLC. There is a lot more to this game than just what we saw in this first playthrough. And I mean a lot more. This game's got a lot of stuff to it. And it's probably gonna take up all of my October. But yeah. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, I suppose, and I'll see those of you that I see next time for when we take on the second playthrough and work on seeing some more of the other characters. See those of you that I'll see next time. Farewell.